So we've got Tweed Heads, we've got Angela from Tasmania, that's awesome. Amy's from Perth, that's so cool. Belinda's from Melbourne. Emma joining us from Brizzy. Excellent, I love it. So Jacob's well, thanks to Neil, Melbourne. Awesome. And Carrara, it's so great to be on the line with you. So I'm really excited to welcome you to our Empowered Babes event. You know, for me, this is something I'm really passionate about. You probably see my top, I'm all about girls uniting. Hopefully it's not back to front. You know, and I feel like we're in a world at the moment where there's a lot of pressure on us, right? You might be a mama, you might, you know, I'll just make sure everyone's muted. You might be working full time, you might just kind of be out of uni and into figuring out what it is you want to do when you grow up. I know sometimes I feel like I'm still doing that too. But Empower Babes project is all around women coming together and raising each other up instead of pulling each other back. And I know for myself and my journey in business, in life and friendships, there's been a little bit too much of the latter where people are just kind of pulling each other down. And I really found that in my own journey, I was looking for more. What I've also found is that, you know, women are hungry to have more out of life, you know, whether it's traveling more, whether it's being there for your little ones if you're a mama or you're planning to be, whether it's having that investment property. You know, I read something recently that close to 50% of women have a little side hustle going on where, you know, they're creating an income stream outside of their traditional job because they do want to create more. They want to be able to say yes to more as well. But what I've found is, you know, really the world we live in, we have so many ways of connecting with people on social media. But even saying that, we're actually more disconnected than ever. You know, we're working harder. We might have big goals, going for lots of things. But when I think about success, it's really around a collective of people. And I like to say women, I really feel like the future is female. But, you know, where people are mentoring others in their success and raising people up. And I think that's really lacking in the world today. And so tonight you're going to hear from some incredible women. It's kind of why the Empowered Babes project was born. I really feel like we're all a work in progress. And so to be able to be in a global girl gang of women that are all looking to, you know, stretch and grow and reach their goals and be able to say yes to more is really awesome. And so, you know, we've got some women sharing their stories tonight. Now, some of them haven't presented before, so please give them some love. We're going to be a little bit nervous sometimes. I know I am at times, and it's just about we're sharing from the heart what we're really passionate about. And obviously someone has shared and reached out to you to come check out what we're doing as well because we're having so much fun. You know, it wasn't that long ago that I found that I was working really hard. I felt like I was in the trenches. I've got 3 little ones myself, and I was doing lots of things that I was good at, but I wasn't lit up. I wasn't doing things that were fulfilling me, and I certainly didn't have a group of women that were helping me, you know, find that either. And so this project was definitely born out of me feeling like women are hungry for more. And whether for you success is being at home with your children or traveling, being able to just get your hair done and not have to ask someone for some money, getting your investment property, whatever that is, we want to be able to support you in that. And sometimes the journey of success can be lonely. I don't know if you can relate at all, but, you know, sometimes when you're on your path, if you don't have friends that are supporting you on that, it can be a little bit lonely. So we created this project to be able to have as a resource to be able to empower you. We've got online events, we've got business mentoring, we've got amazing experiences, and just showing women how they can say yes to it all. You don't have to do one or the other. So for me, an Empowered Babe is definitely a number of things. It's not just about money in the bank. It's about having amazing relationships, you know, having a health plan or being on a journey of, you know, getting healthier and having that energy and vitality that you want. Having a plan for your finances, having awesome relationships, and having fun as well, because I found fun was definitely missing from my life when I got so busy doing lots of other stuff that wasn't making me happy. So I'm going to head across to some gorgeous girls who are going to share with us, you know, why they said yes to join this awesome movement and what they're excited about for themselves, the future, and their families as well. So I'm just first of all going to find the lovely Erin. There she is. I'm going to unmute and spotlight you there, hun. Thank you so much for jumping on with us.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
So I've been undervaluing myself, and having 2 young girls, it's really put an emphasis on the fact that I've been undervaluing myself in what I've been doing within my business. So I was running a business which was awesome. It's my passion. I love helping women, but I was undervaluing what I was doing and therefore not owning my worth. And because of that, I was stressed out. I wasn't contributing to the finances in the way that I wanted, which meant that I wasn't living the life that I wanted. I was holding back in so many areas, and yeah, it was causing so much stress within me. When I was with my kids, I wasn't all there because I had all this stuff going on in my head. And when I was at work, I was wanting to be with my kids. So it was this double-edged sword. So when I heard about Empowered Babes and working with other women to work together and empower babes, I was all on board, especially working with one of my mentors, Belinda. And the biggest part about it has been the product, obviously, in that it's just helped me so much. Already I'm feeling so energized, which is just so nice to feel like this again after 2.5 years of, having kids and being pregnant, and I just haven't really been feeling like myself. And now I'm finally feeling like I have that zest for life again, and well within my body, which it's just next level good. Like, it's just amazing. And to know that I'm nourishing my kids as well and getting the nutrients into them, because my toddler isn't eating at the moment, and just to know that she is now getting nutrients even though she's not eating food is just really rewarding for me as a mum, and gets rid of a lot of that mum guilt. So the stress of the business, the stress of not looking after myself and my kids properly was obviously causing a lot of dis-ease within me. And it's just nice to be feeling like myself again. And as part of that, to be working with women and empowering them and helping them feel like themselves again, which is my passion, which is what I absolutely love to do anyway. And obviously to be getting paid to do so is just so nice. It's such a breath of fresh air, knowing that now I can contribute to the finances. We can go on the holidays and do the renovations and really live the life that we always wanted to live. It just feels so good. And I'm just so grateful that I got given this opportunity. I'm so glad I said yes, and I'm so excited to see what the next chapter holds. So now I'm going to head over to Belinda, and Belinda is going to share a bit about what attracted her to Empowered Babes. Belinda?
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Empowered Babes. I'm so happy to be here. It's taken me well over 3 years to say yes to this. And so I am a mum, I am a personal trainer, and I am a business owner. I've been a business owner for over 5 years, and I did consider myself quite successful. My husband quit his job to help work into the business, and, we were doing so well, and we had a child, which a lot of you guys know that having a child can make or break a lot of things. As much as they're beautiful assets into your life, they can really disrupt everything. So having a child for me really changed everything up, because I was this empowered businesswoman that now became a mum. And I was like, oh my God, all I want is to be with my baby 24/7. And I have this business that requires all my effort. And then, as you can see here, when my baby was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with cancer. So I thought, cool, I'm really successful. I have this amazing, profitable business, but I have cancer. I am postnatally depressed. My relationship's breaking down because the stress within the business was really killing us and killing me. And so basically it made me really look at my whole life and think, okay, what's working, what's not? And the business just was just too stressful. I had to leave. I remember when I first found out, I've known Kate for over 3 years. She's been one of my biggest inspirations. When I knew that she'd made the doco, so I was like, who am I going to call to heal myself? So I got onto a plane and I got away from all my stresses, and I had to really reassess my life and think, okay, what do I need to do to make sure that I can reduce as much stress as possible and live the life of my dreams? And what I realized was that financially we weren't really set up for what cancer brings. It brings a lot of money to put into healthcare, and a lot of people just can't afford it. And lucky we had a successful business that we could afford it. But it was a huge life changer, and it completely whacked us. And what I realized was that I just couldn't live this life anymore. I needed to put something else into plan. And because obviously I met Kate 3 years ago, she introduced me to the products for when I was pregnant with Leo, my baby. And it was crazy. I had so much energy when I was pregnant, and Kate was always saying, you should do this. We just sold our 5 practices to run this lifestyle transformational mentoring business. And I'm just sitting there like, I want to do this, but I'm debilitated with fear. What are people going to think of me? And, I saw from when I first met Kate, she was stressed. She was saying how she couldn't even pick her children up from school. And I look at my life now, the way that I'm living, that's going to be me with my children. And at this stage, I can't even think about having another child because of the stress that we've been under. And this opportunity is giving me an opportunity to see the light, to see that there is another way, and that if we just follow the system, that we are going to be successful. And I said yes to this because I saw Kate and Anthony being so stressed and overworked, to when they invited me to their home when I did have cancer, and they had me for a couple of days, and they had nothing was pulling their time. And she shared with me that she had retired her family, and I'm like, oh my God, that's all I've ever wanted. And after coming back to work and stressing again over my business, I just said, enough's enough. I've got to say yes to this, because if it's freed them, it's going to free me. And I can really see I'm very passionate about business, and I'm very passionate about health, and now I'm very passionate about money. And if we don't have money, we can't be as healthy as we want to be. And if anything were to happen, we need to make sure we're financially secure to be able to pay for anything. So my biggest passion is that. But yes, that's my story, and I'm so excited to basically share this with you guys. And also I'll put you back onto Kate so she can explain how the business works and what it's all about, because I'm really excited about it, and it's going to free so many people's lives up, and we're going to create some amazing things in this Babes project. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, both of you girls, for sharing. I got all teary just then. The emotional revenue that we get from this business and this incredible collective of women is so incredible. And what I love is seeing the light, the sparkle come on in women's eyes when they start believing that there is another way and another possibility. Because I was in the trenches not that long ago, and I didn't know what my options were, and I didn't think there was a way of me creating the life that I wanted. So what I love now is just, hearing that is just music to my ears. So thank you so much, girls, for sharing. I think for a lot of us, we're in traditional business. So you might be in a position where you are working, where there's someone telling you what to do, what you're worth, when you can go to work, when you can have time off, if you can have time off for that school assembly or whatever it might be. And so you're being dictated to. And so what I love about the Empower Babes project and how we've set up business is it's very, very different. First of all, we're all about leveraging ourselves. This is about working smarter, not harder. And if you think about most people, they use one of these things, these smartphones, every single day. But if it's not making money for you, then I'm going to call it a dumb phone. That sounds really corny. But, most people are spending time on social media and all sorts of things. But we're wasting time. We're not actually moving closer to our dreams. And that's what we are all about. So just want to highlight the difference between traditional business, where you might be sitting currently, and Empowered Babes as well, because people say yes to this for different reasons. Some people are wanting more time freedom. Some people want to be a part of this amazing community. Others are looking to improve their health and vitality, or replace an income, not have to go back to work, and surpass, what you're currently earning too. And like Belinda just said, money does give us choices. And what I love about what we do is our income that we create is a direct reflection to the amount of lives and families that we impact through living a healthier, more vital life, and women believing in themselves and being able to say yes to more. So I love that. It's win-win. So I'm just going to do a little drawing for you here. Hopefully you can see. This is the structure of typical business, right? So you've got your boss up the top, you're a CEO, maybe you work in real estate, maybe you're in a corporate job, maybe you're in sales, but there's different levels of business leadership. You've got sales managers, area managers, things like that. Most people, though, are down here being told what we're worth. So we're the checkout chick, the receptionist, the tradie, the plumber, just the people that are just down there getting told and dictated to. And so, like I said earlier, someone's put a dollar amount on your head and said, this is what you're worth and this is what I'll pay you, and show up here and don't show up there. And if we're not busy, I don't need you. And so there's certainty in that, because you know what you're going to earn. But if you want to create more for yourself, then you work your way up the ladder. Now, the thing is, as you do that, there's less room at the top. And if you do get that pay rise that you're going for, what typically happens? There is more responsibility, there's more stress, your boss owns you that little bit more, you might get a phone or a company car or something, and then all of a sudden, the responsibilities outweigh the extra income that you get. And so it's not necessarily a win-win situation. I've been down here as an employee being dictated to, and I've been up here as an employer worrying and hoping that my staff are going to do what they said they were going to do. And so it's just not a model. It's a model that's very common, but it's not necessarily one that empowers people. And so what I love about Empowered Babes project and how we do business is it's very, very different. It's more like, a rectangle here. And here's what I love about it. Everyone starts down the bottom. So it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, your background, your list of credentials, does not matter one little bit. Everyone has the ability to make it to the top, unlike this situation where there's one top spot. And so the only way you can get from here to here is by helping people with their health and wellness goals, helping women empower themselves and say yes to more. And for me, I just love that, because you can't be a pushy person. You can't be a not nice person. The only way you can, succeed is by being genuine and helping other people. And that's very, very different to what we typically see in business these days, right? The other thing that I love about what we do is most people get paid one way. We get paid an hourly rate, or maybe you get some commissions or bonuses with what you do. But in our Empowered Babes project, we get paid 6 different ways. And the other cool thing is it is all done from our phone. So if you're a mama and you've got a baby on your lap, or in the playground, or if you're working full time and you're doing this in part-time hours or in stolen moments in your lunch breaks, there's really no limit to what's possible for you. And so I guess the best thing with it is we show you how to do this. We mentor you. The whole purpose of this collective of women is to mentor you, people who've had success that have gone before you, actually showing you the way. There's a small investment to get started, and it's allowing you to have your own global business in over 26 different countries, which is pretty cool. So to think, when I open traditional business, or if you've got your own traditional business, it can cost tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to do so. To get started with the Empowered Babes project, if you're in Australia, it's just over $160. In New Zealand, just over 170, or we are global. So we've got team in the UK and Europe and the US, Canada. It's around $50 in their own currency. And so it's such a small investment, but for that, you get online support and training. You get regular weekly support. We have all of our business resources, coaching you around social media, goal setting workshops. There's just so much support there for you. And when you're feeling a little bit down, there's this amazing girl gang of women that are ready to kind of lift you up and help you go to the next level. So I love that. You're probably kind of wondering, well, what is this? Like, how does this even work? And I guess the easiest way to kind of give you an example is if you probably all know Uber, right? If you use Uber, you can either be a customer of Uber or you can be an Uber driver. And so you are able to have your own business. You get to work it whenever you want. You can create income from helping people, or you can be a customer. And so that's exactly what Empower Babes Project is all about. So when you link arms with us, we've partnered with an incredible whole food product and program, and we've created what's called the Tribal Wellness Movement as well. And so tribal wellness is all around helping families live their best life. And the girls mentioned already some of the benefits that they've had so far, since being a part of the program. But if you look at the health statistics of what's going on in the world today, it's pretty scary. Most people do not have the level of health that they deserve or desire. The health statistics are continuing to climb in the wrong direction, regardless of how much money is being thrown at it. And so I've always believed for myself and my own family that if I want to be able to raise my family as well as possible and live that healthy, vital life, I can't rely on the system. I need to do something and take control of it for myself. So Tribal Wellness is an amazing collective of health experts, wellness warriors. We've got chiropractors, yoga instructors, whole food nutritionists, naturopaths, and just people with a passion of helping others live their best life. And so it's essentially an online health retreat that you get to access from the comfort of your own home. And so this program is now impacting thousands of families all around the world. The program's been around for over 3 years. And it kind of was born from, my husband and I actually made a health documentary called Overfed and Undernourished. And that was all around, the journey of our nephew actually going through a major health transformation, but making changes in his lifestyle. And so from that, the program was born. The changes that we've had for families and individuals is just amazing. And you're going to hear from some stories shortly. But being able to access this program, it's 24/7 support. There's private member portal for our members where they can access recipes and workouts and challenges and mindset and all sorts of things when it comes to health. And so you get to gravitate to whatever that is. And so along with the Tribal Wellness Movement, we've partnered with an incredible whole food product that is really, when coupled together, making a huge difference in the families that we're helping and inspiring. So I'm going to head across to one of our other lovely Empower Babes on the line tonight, Tennille, and she's going to share with us more around the amazing whole food products. And then we're going to hear from some lovely ladies on the line tonight, just some of the results that they've had for themselves and their families as well. So I'm just going to unmute and spotlight you there, Tennille. Thanks so much for joining us.
Cool. Thank you so much, Kate. Hi, everybody. I love these products. They are so in alignment with our Tribal Wellness Movement that Kate has just mentioned, bringing towards our values in alignment with whole food medicine as well. So I believe in Hippocrates' quote, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." I fell in love with these. The reason I love these amazing products is they're easy, they're convenient, and they're affordable to be able to thrive on these every single day and flood your body with the full rainbow of fruit, vegetables, and berries. So what am I talking about? These are our products here. We've got our fruit, our veg, our berries, and also our amazing omegas, which I'll go on in detail in a little bit. But basically, I think that magic happens in the body when you give it what it needs. The body has the innate intelligence and ability to heal if you're going to give it the right tools. So with here, you've got like over 30 fruit, vegetables, and berries. How does this happen? So these are all vegan. These are amazing capsules here. So you can actually see through them. How do we get 30 fruit, vegetables, and berries into them? So everything is vine ripened and picked at that absolute peak of ripeness when the birds and the bees are going to get out to it. And then it's made into a big slushy. So for example, in our fruit blend, we have the amazing apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, ace yellow cherry, and date. Like, do we eat that every single day? It's crazy, right? So the whole entire apple, the core, the seeds, everything is made into a big slushy, and then it's dehydrated at very low temperature to keep the enzymes intact. What do I mean by that? It's like when you've got a stick of celery and you snap it, you can hear it. The enzymes are intact. And then they are put into a vegan capsule. So every single day, you're able to flood your body with a variety of 30 fruit, vegetables, and berries. Now, there was a study done in 2016 that only 2% of Australians are eating the recommended 2 fruit, 5 veg every single day. We all have the right intention, I believe, to be able to get up every single day and eat correct. And then generally 3 p.m., it all goes downhill, right? You're craving and whatnot. So this amazing program and the products coupled together help to be able to support the body to be able to go through that. Now, every adult that goes on our fruit, veg, or fruit, vegetables and berries get these amazing chews for free. So yeah, our kids get these for free. So these are a variety. I'll just hold them up here. These are our chews here, our fruit and veg. They're not covered in sugar or anything like that. Kids love them. What's happening is that they're then craving more whole foods. They're going to the fridge. They're reaching the cucumber and carrot. The concentration at school is a lot better. So there's amazing results that's coming through that. Kids are getting them for free. So like, when you go into Coles and Woolies, the kids are getting one piece of fruit or, a bottle of water or something like that for free. These are getting for free, but they're not gassed. They're not being in a freezer or snap locked for how long, beforehand as well. They are in 36 peer-reviewed medical journals. So if you are a research buff, please reach out to the person who's invited you along tonight, or if you're watching this recording, please reach out, get your questions answered, because we have an amazing medical studies done behind these products to actually back that up as well. The other amazing product we have is these omegas. Now, I'm not sure, some people might be on fish oils on the line here, but basically with these omegas, we're going straight to the source. We're going straight to the algae. We're skipping the fish. So there's no fish taste. There's no burping up all these horrible flavors, It's basically 100% 100% plant-based, cold-pressed. What are omegas good for? They're good for heart health, joint health, skin, eyes, brain, kids' concentration. They are incredible to be able to give this to your body every single day. And again, your body recognizes these products. They're bioavailable, meaning it's going straight into the bloodstream. Doesn't need to be a lot of digestion as well. The other last product I just wanted to share with you is our amazing whole food sachets. Now, these aren't just a shake or anything like that. These are literally able to give your body every single day more whole foods. So it could be adding an amazing smoothie to the morning, post workout. My daughter, I'm able to make a really nice smoothie for her before she has to dance at night time as well. There's some ingredients in here. We've got pumpkin powder, pomegranate powder, spirulina, broccoli, mushroom, some great ingredients in here. So I think that, you can make them as smoothies, protein balls, make a nice vegan chocolate mousse. We've got great recipes in Tribal Wellness to be able to support and give you some great ideas so you don't get bored with them as well. But a great way to be able to flood your body and get more plant-based into your body and helping your body stay alkaline as well, which is really, really important. The other thing I just want to mention too is these products are amazing from babies right through to elderly and everything in between. So our kids, teenagers, pregnancy, athletes and elderly. My grandmother, she's 99, she's on these chews in a nursing home, loves them. It's just basically getting back to simple flooding your body with good nutrition, and fruit, vegetables and berries aren't going out of fashion, right? Your body recognizes it. So they're simple. We don't have a whole catalog of products. We're keeping it simple, and really our mission is inspiring, educating, healthy living around the globe. As simple as that, with these amazing program and products coupled. So I'd love to bring this to life a little bit more and hear from amazing stories of people who've experienced the program and the products. And I'm going to cross to the amazing Hayley. If you'd just love to share your experience with us, hon, that'd be great.
Thanks so much, Tennille. I would love to share my experience with this product. I love being on these events. I feel like I'm at home. I've been getting so emotional listening to everyone's stories. So my story is this. I've been taking Juice Plus for about 18 months and my whole family takes the products. I'm a mom. I've got a hubby and 2 young boys. When I first started taking Juice Plus, my youngest was 7 months old and my oldest was 4. So like many mums with 1 or more kids, I was exhausted and depleted. And especially with, the second kid, I found I didn't bounce back as well from that pregnancy. And even though I eat really well and I live a really healthy lifestyle and I was taking a multi and a couple of other, pretty good supplements, I just felt like I was breastfeeding him and everything was going into baby and nothing was left for me. I had baby brain. I was cranky all the time. It just, it wasn't how I wanted to be feeling. I just had recovered from a really nasty chest infection as well that I couldn't shake, and I was on some antibiotics to knock that over. And I don't get sick, and I don't like taking antibiotics, and it really rattled me, and I knew I needed to change things up and to look after myself a little bit more. So a friend of mine had been recently started to take Juice Plus herself. She was a mum as well, and we had really sort of similar stories, and she said, look, why don't you try this? I work in health, and I feel I know a thing or two about nutrition, so I was a little bit skeptical because it just sounded too good to be true. So I asked her a lot of annoying questions, and I did a lot of research, and I read through probably all of those studies that Tennealle mentioned, and the more I dug, the more I just thought, this product stacks up. It's been around for a long time, and maybe I should just get over myself and actually put some good nutrition into my body. And I'm so glad I did. Within 3 weeks, my energy picked up dramatically. The boys didn't get sick. We'd moved to a new city, and they had started new daycare and a new school, and I was kind of bracing myself for those winter colds and flus. But we barely had a cold between us all. It was incredible. One thing that really brought home how amazing being on these products was just this last order. I live not far from the head office, so I just walked down there and picked my order up, and I was a little bit busy with life, and I left it about 2 weeks before I picked the order up. So we were without Juice Plus for about a fortnight, and wouldn't you know it, hubby got a cold, one little boy got a cold, the other one was constipated for a week, and I was exhausted and reaching for the coffee and the sugar, and I just knew that we needed that back in our bodies ASAP. So I think that, the products coupled with the community, the tribal wellness movement is just phenomenal on its own. It's certainly an area where if you want to be around like-minded people, if you want to learn even more about good health and nutrition and get some inspiration, I know I love the recipes in there. I just think it's fantastic. It's a fantastic resource, really. So that's my story. I'm going to hand over now to Michelle so that we can hear a little bit about her experience.
Hi guys. So I have been on the products for nearly 2 years now. I'm a mum of 5 children, and when I first started on the products, I had found myself probably at the worst state of my life. I had been silently suffering depression for 3 years. And I actually think now it may have actually been longer now that I've been healed from that. I've always been a really healthy person, but I had just found myself just so depleted. At that point, my children were between the ages of 1 and 8 years old. And a friend of mine had started the products and had sorted her hormones out and all of that. And she said to me, you know what, just try it. It might give you a bit more energy. And that's actually all I was looking for, a little bit more energy out of it. But I was very, very surprised because, I had acne everywhere. I had suffered acne my whole life, hormonal acne, and I'd actually ended up with cystic acne down my neck, and it was painful and it was inflamed and it was embarrassing. I'm lactose intolerant, so I also had always suffered from eczema as well, and that meant that my hands were like this all the time, especially through winter. And I found a week in, my acne actually started to calm a little bit, and my eczema as well. And probably a month in, it was nearly gone. My hands, especially, and my skin just cleared so much. My hair, was losing so much hair. After we have babies, we lose a lot of hair, and after breastfeeding, but for me, it just wasn't growing back, and I had all these bald patches. So that has all grown back, and it's been absolutely amazing. And I think it was probably about a month in that one day I just woke up and I just felt, the energy had been happening over time. But I think it was one day I just kind of went, hang on a minute, I don't feel as sad and unmotivated as I had been feeling for such a long time. And over time, it has just improved so much. And that's why I feel like I actually think I was suffering depression a lot longer, because as I'm coming out of it and as my body's healing more and more, I just realize how amazingly well I feel now. And I think with the when I found out that the kids get to choose for free, I thought, okay, this is awesome, because my girls, I have 4 girls and 1 boy. My girls all eat really, really well, but my son is one of those kids who just won't eat vegetables. He doesn't eat fruit. And I was just at my wit's end because he just wasn't sleeping. I had to have a sleep study done for him, and he was having restlessness in his deep sleep stage. And he was sick all the time. All my kids were sick all the time. Even though my kids ate well, we ate well, we were all sick all the time. So for him to get that into him, I thought, a bit of extra fruit and veg would be really cool. But his appetite actually picked up, and he was willing to try a few little bits and pieces here and there. He started sleeping through the night, and he was falling asleep really easily and rested, really well rested, which meant that he also was behaving better through the day, which is cool. And we were considering asthma for him. So they kept telling us that this constant cough that he had all winter and snotty nose all the time could have been asthma related. And he actually doesn't cough anymore. He started school last year and didn't have 1 sick day. So that was massive. And all the kids, we might get a snotty nose here and there, but it's just, I double dose them and they are good to go. My littlest one, we had some health issues with her while I was pregnant, and she was born very, very small. And when I stopped breastfeeding her at 1, she became really badly constipated and ended up having to be on laxatives. And for me, natural health is my thing. I do not like putting any kind of anything. If I don't know what the label says, I don't want to put it in my children's bodies. So that's another reason why I love this product. So when I gave it to her, she was on laxatives. 4 days in, she didn't need the laxatives so much. So I cut it and I thought, okay, I'm just going to see what happens. And she has been cured from constipation. She had really deep cuts, and it was so horrible to watch her try to go to the toilet. It was really, really hard. So she's been laxative and constipation free apart from 1 week where she wouldn't take them, and she actually ended up constipated again. So that was proof to me. So she keeps having them. And all my children, like I said, just so well all the time, not getting sick anymore. My eldest girls, they have always eaten really well, but they're actually wanting to eat fruit and vegetables for breakfast. Like, no joke, every day they're having cucumbers, carrots and tomatoes for breakfast. And it's just crazy how much the palate's changed for my children, just how much they want to eat more of it. So that's just been awesome for all of my children. Also, I think too, like I've always been really healthy, but I found that I was skipping meals. So adding the shakes into my day was really great, because I was living off coffee. I was having 3 or 4 coffees a day, and when I think about that now, that just makes me feel really sick. But I don't need coffee anymore, so that's amazing. And I think that's helped with clearing my skin as well, because I'm not putting all those toxins into my body. And I think too, with the Tribal Wellness, it's really good because I kind of think, well, what can I feed my family that's healthy that we can all have? And I just kind of pop in there and have a look, and I just grab some healthy recipes from there, and it's kind of really well rounded. And I think it's also taught me a little bit more about, I thought I knew a lot about health, but I think about good eating and nutrition, but Tribal Wellness has taught me a lot more about that as well. And, I think just everything with each month goes by, I'm just improving so much. And I think too, it's just improved my relationships. It's improved me as a mum. I'm more patient. It's just overall, it's just been such an amazing impact on our life. And it's just a forever thing for us. It's, everybody in our family knows that, have you had it today? And we're all sweet to go. So that, it's our So I'll pass back over to Kate, and she can wrap up for us.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That's just incredible. And you sound like you're on coffee. You have so much energy with 5 children. I honestly don't know how you do it. You're amazing. So I just firstly want to thank everyone for being on tonight and for sharing. Now, I have to say, you probably got questions, and that's perfectly normal. When I first came across this, I was watching from the sidelines, watching my friend for over 6 years, kind of taking a little look, being curious, but I just didn't think it was for me. I didn't think I could do it. And what I learned is that, if you are wanting more in life, if you are sick and tired of saying no to things, and that there's a little part of you that would love to be a part of something bigger, just to just delve in and see what this could be for you. You don't have to know what to do to get started. You don't have to be this expert or anything like that. It's just if you've got a desire for more and you are looking for something, then this could be the thing. I said no for 6 years. This has completely changed my life. Belinda shared a little bit before, you know, I was in the trenches and now have been in the last 3.5 years gone from working 16 to 18-hour days and not seeing my children to being able to retire my parents and to be able to pass that gift on back to others. And it's completely changed my life. You know, we receive an income from helping families live a better and healthier life through the tribal wellness movement and the amazing Juice Plus products. And our Girl Gang, our Empower Babes project around the world is all around them showing you how to be business savvy, how to have an online business, how to make an impact, how to have a social media presence, how to believe in yourself and set goals. And we show you every step of the way. And we have a whole lot of fun as well. So if this has got you curious, please connect with the person that has shared this link with you. We would love to chat more, get your questions answered, and to see if this could be an amazing fit for you and your dreams and goals for the future as well. So thank you again for joining us and have an awesome night.